Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Are you able to hear my voice? Can anyone respond?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audible.
Is it audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, in the last class, what we seen, we just created one sample web form. Okay, in that we use some input fields like text box, radio button, okay, password fields, some submit button, reset button. Okay, all we seen, right? Okay, by using form element, we have created one sample web form. Okay, here I just taken one sample login form. Okay, it has one text box, that is one label username and one more label password. Okay, username and password I'm taking as a, for username I'm taking one text box, for password I'm taking one password field. Okay, for username I given a name as name, or else you can give uname also. Okay, like for password just I have given name as pass. Okay, what is the use of giving the name is to read this like text field data into our server page. Okay, here within the form you can observe action, one attribute is there, right? Okay, what it will tell is once you click on the submit button, okay, total form data is submitted to this page. Okay, you can give URL also instead of like a page, you can directly give URL also. But here what I'm trying to do, just if I click on the submit button, my data is transferred to this welcome.php file. Okay, which method I'm giving here, it is post. Okay, in your test you are written, right? One question for 2 marks I have given. Okay, what is the difference between post and get I given? Okay, if you go for get here, the data whatever you are submitting, the data is visible in the address bar. For example, if you observe here, this is the sample file. Okay, if I write some name, username, and if I write some password, okay, now you are not able to see this password, right? Because I used here, it is password field. Okay, for that you are not able to see this password field. If I click on this button, okay, if I click on this button, if it is the post method in this address bar, you are not able to see that data. Whatever you are giving here, that data you are not able to see in this address bar. Okay, so now you can see. Just to see, just to see. Just I'm removing this file. Okay. If I click on this login button, now here you are not seeing anything because I used here, it is post method. Okay. For example, if I go for get here, now I say again, you are able to see within this we have the file php form.html. Okay. You just I'm giving some data. Okay. Now observe here, username also you are able to see, even password also whatever I given also you are able to see within the address bar. Okay, that is the difference between the post and get. By using get method you can transfer some little amount of data. If you go for post, you can transfer large amount of data. Okay, that is the difference between get and post. You need to write it. Okay, then how you can process this data? Once I click on this login button, how you can process the data in your server page? Okay, what is the use of reading this user info? For your future use, you can save the data in your server. Okay, for that, what I'm trying to do, just I'm creating one page, welcome file. Within that file, I'm trying to read this data by using this name. Okay, see how you can. Here, I'm trying to read username. Okay, just creating one variable user. Okay, dollar underscore. Here, if it is a get, we need to go for dollar underscore get. This is the super global variable which is used to read the form data. Okay, this question also I given, right? Like I asked about like dollar underscore get dollar underscore post dollar underscore
Request.
request. Okay, these are the super global variables which are used to read the form data in our PHP file. Okay, how these we can use in our program. I just show here. If it is a get method, you need to go for get here. Okay, within this single code, you need to mention the name of your text field. Either it may be name of your input field, not text field. If it is a text box, you need to go for this name. Okay, this particular like text box data, I'm trying to read by using this super global variable. Here I'm just mentioning that name field. Okay, this total thing will read that like text box data and it will assign the data into this variable. Okay, just nothing I'm doing, just I'm reading that text box data into this variable. Okay, in the same way I'm reading that password also. Okay, I'm creating one variable pass, the same dollar underscore get. Okay, there I given the name as which name I have mentioned here. For password field, here you can observe pass is my name of that password field. Okay, now you can here mention pass. Okay, now both username and password I have just read the data into my PHP file. Now you can do anything with these two fields. Okay, if you wanted to save this data in your database, you can save in a database, or else for sample, just I'm showing in the output how just use the echo statement. Okay, just mentioning the or like your username. Okay, just printing in the output how whether we are reading the data or not. Just I'm to show that just I'm echoing the message. Okay, printing the variable user. Okay, same or like password also I'm just print in the output. Okay, like your password is okay like dollar pass. Okay, can you observe here? Here I am using data is a one operator, right? Concatenation operator. In operators concept it will come. Okay, if you want to concatenate a string with a variable, we use dot operator. Okay, here I am concatenating a variable with a string. Okay, like that you can concatenate two strings, or we can concatenate a variable with a string. Okay, see, I'm just saving this file. Okay, where I save this file? Within my server. Okay, for that I have just installed one server, that is Apache. Here I have just started my server Apache. Okay, now you can see it is in start mode. Okay, if you want to stop, you can just click here. Now it is stop. Okay, if you want to start, just click on this start button. Okay, it will start in now. Okay, see, after starting your server, these files are saved in my server location, that is in your like server location. Here it is XAMPP H3 docs. There we created one folder, right? In the last class, EC is our folder name. Within this folder, I just saved my file as form like PHP form dot HTML one file and one more welcome dot PHP file. Okay, these two are my files I have saved in my server location. Okay, now I'm trying to access that file. Okay, for that, what you need to do, just enter your server address. This is localhost is our server address, and there I have created one folder EC. There my file is php form.html. This is my file which is available in that folder. Okay. See, now I'm just entering some username and some password. Okay. Password field you are not able to see here, but there I used get method. Here I use get method. Within the address bar, you can observe these parameters. Okay. Now just I'm clicking in this login button. If I click on this login button, now in this address bar, you can observe both username and password also you are able to see. Now you can see your username is this one and password is this one. Okay. What you observe here, whatever the data we are submitting here, that data we are trying to read here. Okay. Means just we are processing our form data into our server page. Okay, for example, I want to store this data in a database. For that, what you need to do, actually that concept will come in 5th unit. I'll explain that also. You need to connect with your database first, then after you can insert that data in a database. See, that we will do, we'll see later. Okay, for example, I want to validate this data. Validation means, for example, if you observe, username and password is there. Okay, if I click on this login button, if I enter some wrong password, okay, I need to give the message as you have entered wrong password. For example, like username, that thing we will see first. Okay, see within this same example, what I will do is just checking the condition only. If the user equals to my name and okay, just password equals to, I'm just here checking the condition. Okay, Satish at the rate 1 2 3 I'm giving. If this condition is true, I'm just echoing the message as this one. Okay, simple. Okay, both are equal, just giving the message this one. Else, okay, just giving the message like error message, that is like user not exist. It's simple. Just for validation purpose, just saying that, just checking the condition. If user equals to this Satish and password equals to this one. If I enter the same fields, I will get the message as welcome the user and password is this one, like that. If otherwise, if I enter some other details, I need to like give the error message as user does not exist. Okay. Just try to remember, this time just validating the data only. Okay, see, now just I'm entering. Both are, I'm just trying to log in. Now you can observe user does not exist, because if you enter username, this one, okay, here I have missed the H, okay, then it is directly giving user does not exist. Okay, I will enter the same field. We will see whether we are getting the correct message or not. I'm just removing that H. Okay, I'm entering the same password. Okay, now you can observe your username and your password you are getting right. Okay, this is how you can validate your user data in a PHP file. Okay, clear? For example, if you are using here, it is a post method. Okay, if you are using a post method here, you need to go for $_post here. Okay, I send one more super global variable, that is $_request, right? Okay, this is used for, this can read both type of methods, either it may be get method or post method, whatever it is, it will read both data. Okay, here instead of post, I will use request. Okay, just I'm saving this file, whether it will work or not. Okay, just see. In the previous case, you are able to see the password within the address bar. Now I'm just change that get method to post. Okay, now you can observe. Okay, okay. Now if it is a if it is a post, you can see just here I'm mentioning name, password. If I click here, you are not able to see the data here. Again, if I go for request also, I'm able to read the data here, right? Okay, that is the use of these three super global variables. Okay, if you get any questions related to this, just write that thing. Okay, clear as of now? Can anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll go for the next new topic, that is file handling. Okay, file handling also, you have written that question in the test, right? Okay, we'll see what are the operations we can perform using files. Okay, see, as of now we are able to read the data from the web forms. Okay, every time it is not possible to read the data from the web forms. Sometimes you need to work with your some like files also. Files means if anyone any type of file, either it may be text file, okay, or it may be like a doc file, okay, any type of file. Sometimes you need to save your data in the form of files. Okay, for example, you want to store your resume data in a one file, that consider it is test.txt file. Okay, if you just read that, your file name is test.txt file. Okay, consider it is your resume, your total data available within the test.txt file. Okay, what you will do generally? Okay, for example, I want to update my resume. Okay, what I will do, first I will open that file. Okay, after opening that file, Okay, I can read that file data. Okay, for example, I have already some data available within that file. Okay, I can read that data, right? Just here, just I am explaining what are the operations you can do using files. Okay, okay, you can open that file. Okay, you can open your file or you can read that file. After opening your file, you can read that file also, right? Okay, for example, I want to like write something on that file. Okay, what you will do, you will write some data within that file. Okay, in some cases already some data available in your file. Okay, you can add some more data to that file. Okay, that is appending means you can add some more data to the existing file. Okay, so in some situations if you don't want that file, okay, for your future use, I don't want that file in my like server, you can directly delete that file also. Okay, these are the operations which we can perform using array on a file. Okay, what we can do, we can open a file. To open any file in PHP, we use one function, that is fopen. Okay, fopen function is used to open a file. Okay, and if you want to read that file like file data, you can go for fread function. Okay, or gets function. I will explain one by one later. Okay, these are the like predefined functions. Okay, in the second unit we already seen like what are the like functions types, like built-in functions and user defined functions, right? Okay, these all are built-in functions, okay, which is already available in PHP. Whenever you require these functions, you can directly use these functions in your program. Okay, or like for writing a file, you can go for fwrite function. Okay, for appending also we will go for fwrite only. Okay, for deleting we have one function, that is unlink function. Okay, then same these are the like predefined functions. Okay, fopen function is used to open a file. Okay, read total file. Okay, just you can observe here, fread function is used to read total file data. Okay, coming to fgets function, it is used to read a single line from a file. Single line means, for example, in your file there is 100 lines are available in your. Okay, if you want to read only single line, you can go for fgets function. Okay, next fgetc function, this function is used to read a single character. Okay, I want to read only single character from a file, you can go for fgetc function. Okay, for writing a file, for example, if you want to write something on this file, you can directly go for fwrite function. Okay, see, writing or reading a file. Okay, after writing or reading your file, you can go for or like delete a file. Okay, by using unlink function. Okay, these are the file functions which are already available in PHP. Whenever you require these files, you can directly use in your program. Okay, see, first we'll see this fopen function. If you want to do anything, either it may be reading operation or writing operation. Okay, if you want to read also, first you need to open that file. Okay, after opening your file, you can go for anything, either reading or writing. Okay, or appending means you can add some data to that file. Okay, these are the operations you can perform after opening a file. Okay, you can see here fopen function it opens a file, it requires two arguments starting. First one is the file name, okay, and second one is the in which mode you are going to open that file. Okay, this is very important, file mode. Okay, if you can observe the syntax here. Fopen is a function, it is taking the file name and the mode in which you are able to open that file. Okay, there are different modes you can open a file. Okay, you can see here, if you use here in place of mode, if you use R, if you use R, means that it opens a file for reading only. Okay, if you use for R, it is used only for reading your file. Okay, that opens in a read mode only. Okay, if you try to write some data in that file, it is not possible if you open a file using R mode. Okay, R plus here it is, you can it opens a file for reading and writing purpose. Okay, and start at beginning of the file. Okay, for example, I'm just creating one file. Consider like taking one notepad. Okay, this is a file. Okay, here just enter some data and saving this file in any one location. Okay, like in D drive, I'm just like saving this file, D drive. Okay, giving the name as test.txt. Okay, I have saved this file within that. Okay, in PHP programming, if you use R for opening a file, R plus is for reading and writing a file. Okay, or like W. If you use for W, it is used for writing only. Okay, what it will do, if you open a file by using W, it will remove all the data present within the file and it will point to the cursor beginning of the file. Okay, for example, if you see, or like where I saved in D drive, right? In D drive, test.txt. This is the file. If I use the W, what it will do, it will remove all the data within this file. Okay, and the this cursor point will point the beginning of the file. Okay. For example, that file is not available. Okay, test.txt is not available. It will create a new file. Okay, if it is available, it will directly remove the data which is available within that file, or else it will create a new file with that name. Okay, W plus here it is used for opening and reading and writing a file. Okay, both operation you can perform here. Okay, this A here it is appending a file. For example, if it is W, it will remove all the data, right? For example, I don't want to lose the previous data. Okay, I want the previous data and I want to add some more data to that file. In that case, you can go for A mode. If it is A mode, you can directly add that data which is already available, some data within that file. You can add some more data to that file. Okay, you have one more mode, that is A plus or X and X plus. These are also some modes which we use while like opening a file. Okay, you can observe one note here. If you attempt to open a file using this fopen function, what this will do, it will return a value of, for example, if you are trying to open a file, if it fails, means, for example, that while opening a file, it is not opening that file, means it will goes false. It will give, it will return value as false. Otherwise, it will return as a file pointer, which is used for further reading or writing to that file. Means that For example, you are trying to open by using fopen function. Okay, while opening, is there any problem? It will goes to fail operation. Means it will directly return false as the output. Okay, for example, you are able to open that file. Okay, it is success. Consider it is success. While opening your file, it is success. What it will return? It will return one file pointer. Okay, with that file pointer is used to for further operations like reading or writing. Okay, appending. Those operations you can perform after opening your file. Okay, see, after opening, if you are performing any operations on a file, after performing some operations, as a good programmer, you need to close that file. Okay. For example, I opened one file in my computer. I did some operations. Some I have written some data and some I read some data. Okay. I forgot to close that file. Okay. What happens? Someone will read the data, right? Someone will enter some data, right? Okay, that is not a good programmer practice. Okay, better to or like you need to close the file before you are completing your operation. Sorry, after completing your operation, you need to close that file. Okay, by using fclose function, just pass that file pointer. Okay, that will directly close your file. Okay. This is about file closing. Just use fclose function, which is used to close a file. It takes the file. You can observe here. I just open a file. This the text.txt file using write mode. Okay, I written some data within this file. Okay, then after writing that operation, you can just close your file by using fclose function. Okay. Any doubts as of now? Okay, you can just raise a hand. Okay, if you have any doubts, so that I can clarify. Clear, right? Anil,
Yes, sir.
Anuradha, Ina Reddy.
Yes, sir. No doubts.
Simple. Already, I think you already written this question in your exam. Okay, for your better understanding, you can explaining the operation. Okay, then
Uh,
reading operation. For example, I want to read the data from a file. I need to go for fread function. Okay, fread function is used to read the data from your. Okay, what it will take. Okay, fread function will take file pointer as one parameter and size of your file. Okay, you can observe your syntax. Fread function will take one is file and one is file size. Okay, it will read the total data based on the size. Okay, for reading operation, what we need to do? First, we need to open file. Then after opening your file, you can read the data by using fread function. It is taking two parameters. First one is the file pointer. Okay, this one. And the second one is the size of your file. Okay. After reading your operation, just close the file by using fclose function. Okay. For example, I want to read only single line from your from my file. You need to go for or like fgets function. This fgets function will read only one single line from your file. Okay. Then for reading one single line also, it is you need to open your file. Okay. After opening your file, you can read that file, read single line from your file, then close that file. Okay. The same way, fgets function is used to read single character from your file. Here it is like get fgets function. It will take the file pointer. Okay. it is used to read one single character from a file. Okay, these are reading operations. Then I want to write some data into that file. Okay, for writing also you need to open your file, right? Here just I open that file. Okay, while opening your file, you need to remember either it may be W here it is write mode. Okay, W plus also you can go for W plus also. Okay, write mode. That in mode is very important while opening your file. If it is a write operations, you need to go for W here, W or W plus. Okay, just here I am writing into this file. After opening file, it will return the file pointer, right? This is the file pointer. In that file, I'm entering the data into that file. Okay, simple. It will take two parameters. First one is the file pointer, and second one is the data, which data you want to enter into that file in the form of string. Okay. After writing your file, just close that file by using fclose. Okay, this is about write operation. Okay. Then, like here, for example, I'm writing this file or some data into that file. If I run that file once again, what this like write operation will do, it will erase the data which you have entered previously, and it will like enters the data again into that same file. Means it will override that data. Okay, it won't keep the previous data. Whatever the data we have that which is in previous, if that data is removed from your file, and it will override that data into that file. Means previous data we will lose. Okay, if you require that previous data also, what you will do, you need to go for appending mode. Appending means you need to open your file in a or A plus mode. Here A is appending a file. Okay, what it will do, it keeps the previous data in your file, and it will add some more data into your file. Okay, see, you can observe here F8 of this file pointer I'm entering this data. Again, these three data I have entered. For example, if I execute this file one more time, what it will do, it will copy the same data again. Okay, I will show in the output also. Okay, this is about the appending a file. For example, if you don't want this file, for example, I want to remove that file from my server, what you need to do, just you can delete that file by using unlink function. This unlink function is used to delete a file from your server. Okay, just simple use unlink, pass that file name. Okay, pass that file name within the parentheses. Okay, it will directly delete that file. It will return true. Okay, this is about unlink function. For sample, I will just show. I have already one file is there. How these operations will perform. Somewhere I have saved this file. Okay, here. Okay, like you can see here. First, I will show write operation. Not here. Just I will open the file in HLDAC CSV page file handling. Okay, okay. Yeah, here the files are there. Like read file and write file. On these two I will show. Now you can observe here what I am trying to do. Just this is the file. My file.txt is available in my D drive. Okay, I will see whether it is available or not. In the D drive, it is not there. My file, yeah, it is there. I'm just removing this one. Okay. what I will do, first I will open a file. I will write something on that file. First, what I will do, I will opening a file by using W mode. Okay, it is used to write some data within that file. Okay, I'm trying to write that after opening this file, it will return one file pointer, right? This is the file pointer I'm saving in a variable. Okay, this fwrite function is used to write some data into that file. Okay, just you can see this is the file pointer we are writing, and this one is the data which we are writing within that file. Okay, then one more some more data I'm just entering. This string data I'm entering. Okay, this string data having this data. Okay, see, just giving the message as a file written or write completed, and then after writing your file, I'm just closing the file. Okay, saving this file, you can observe. Okay, now you can see the output as file completed, file write completed. Okay, in our D drive, I have just deleted that file, right? Now you can observe myfile.txt. It is created. Okay, it has the data. This is EC department. Hello, I am Satish. Okay, this data, whatever we have used here, this data is written within that file. Okay, for example, if I refresh this page, what happens? It will remove the total data from your file and it will overwrite that data within this file. For example, I require this data for future use. What you need to do, just instead of opening your file in a write mode, go for append mode. Okay, just I'm changing W to A. Now if I refresh this page, now you can see, just closing this file. Now you can observe in myfile.txt. See, 2-3 times data is entered here, right? Means it is keeping the previous data and it is adding some more data into that file. Okay, that is the difference between write mode and appending mode. Okay, for example, I want to read the data. Okay, you just open the file in a read mode. Okay, it takes two parameters. One is file size and one more is which file you are going to read. By using fread, I am trying to read the total readed data I am storing into this contents. Okay, just echoing the message. Okay, just I will show this output also. Okay. So now you can see the total data it is read, right? For example, if I replay this page one more time, okay, now you can see some extra data here. Okay, now you can see some more data, right? Means it is or like appending the data. Okay, in this way we will do all the operations which we can perform on a single file. Okay, for example, if you want to create one folder, okay, you can just use mkdir function, which is used to create one folder in your server. Okay, if you want to delete any folder, you can use just or like rmdir. Rm means remove directory, dir means directory. Just pass the directory. Okay, I will show that thing also. I will close in 1 or 2 minutes. Don't worry. Okay. For example, here I will open that program also. Remove directory and one more make directory. Okay. See, for example, here I am just creating one folder EC. Okay, a make directory EC means it will directly create one folder in your current working directory. Okay, see, if I observe what I will do, I will just execute this make directory file. Okay, directory or folder created successfully means we will check whether it is created or not. Now you can observe EC one folder is created, right? Okay, what it this mkdir will do. Okay, it will just create one folder. For example, instead of AC, I'm just changing it to like CSC. Okay, I'm again refreshing this mkdir file. It is created. Okay, now you can observe, if I refresh this page, you can see one more directory or folder within our current working directory. Okay, in this way you can create your like one folder. Okay, for example, I want to like remove one directory. Okay, just use remove directory file. Okay, we'll change the code. Okay, I just want to remove one folder, that is CSC. I'm going to remove. Now you can see here it is CSC is already there, right? I'm removing this folder from this current working directory. Okay, just refresh this page. Okay, directory or folder deleted successfully. Okay, now if you refresh this page, this CSC will gone. Okay, in this way you can go create one folder or you can delete one folder. Okay, this is about today's class. Okay, what you will do,